Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from East Boston Memorial Park in Boston, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of today's summer baseball contest, courtesy of the Lou Tompkins All-Star League 18 and Under Division. Today's contest pits visiting Brookline against hosting East Boston. I just got the lineups. I'm going to try and type them up for myself now, but I wanted to make sure that this stream was going live because I believe we are about to kick this game off soon. My apologies for the last-minute start to things here with the stream. For any of you who have ever tried to drive to East Boston Memorial Park, you know it's something. Trying to drive around here in East Boston. None of the roads make any sense. The GPS takes you to some random spot in the road and it's like, you're here! And it's like, but I'm not though. So, fun times were had by all on my drive over here, but I'm here now. I'm here in time for the game, and I'm excited to get this one started. As already the Wi-Fi is a little shaky, but looks overall okay. As always, if you notice any technical difficulties, either with the Wi-Fi connection, the audio, anything like that, please let me know. It's a very windy day out here in East Boston. I mean, when you play right next to an airport, and you know, in the heart of a big city like Boston, you know, something like that's going to happen. And hopefully that doesn't mess up the connection too badly. I don't think it will. Brookline coming into this contest with a 4-3-1 record, coming off a 12-2 victory over Reading Black last week. They were supposed to play yesterday at home against, I believe, Waltham, but that game got called due to rain, so here we are with the top of the first inning, leading off for Brookline, the extra hitter, number 5, Keenan Sawada. First pitch in there for strike one. Unfortunately, I haven't filled out the East Boston lineup, and I think the lineup card I was given did not have jersey numbers. So right now all I can say is the pitches are coming from number 7. 0-1 the count to Sawada. And that one misses to make it 1-1. 1-1 pitch. That one also misses. Ball 2. Sawada, a solid on-base guy. As that one misses again. Ball 3. Sawada trying to get on as the leadoff man here to start this game here in the top of the first. He's got a hitter's count here at 3-1. The pitch. That one catches the zone for strike 2. So a full count here between Sawada and number 7. Payoff pitch. And reaches out and fouls it off. Good defensive swing by Sawada. Might have drawn the walk on that one as it was to the low outside corner. But ultimately he stays alive to fight another pitch. Payoff pitch again. And that one comes in low, and Sawada fights his way to a leadoff walk. Good start to the inning for Brookline. And now coming up, the right fielder, number 1, Andrew Silverman. Sawada leading off from first. He is second on the team in steals with 7 so far this summer. First pitch misses low for ball 1 to Silverman. Silverman so far this summer, 8 for 20 with a double, 6 walks, 2 steals, 5 runs scored, and 7 RBI. Second on the team in RBIs as he takes that one to the high corner for strike 1. 1-1 the count. Sawada leading off from first. Sawada takes off, and it's a hit. That's a high bouncer from Silverman, fielded by the shortstop, thrown to first. They got him in time. Sawada thought about taking off for third, decides against it. The throw goes into the outfield. It's going to keep going. Sawada's going to take off for third, and he slides in. A throwing error by the first baseman. So score that, a 6-3 ground out for Silverman, and that'll be 1 out. And now with a runner on third, up comes the first baseman, number 12, Justin Liu. Liu's first pitch is fouled over the backstop for strike 1. Sawada at third, 1 out here in the top of the first. Pitch from number 7. That one is in there. A late call, but strike 2. Liu coming into this one, he's 4 for 10 with a team-leading 3 doubles to go with 4 RBI. And this one he reaches out and he fouls off. Liu also has 2 walks, a hit by pitch, a steal, and 2 runs scored. But right now he's staring down an 0-2 count with 1 down and a runner at third. Trying to get Sawada home. And that one's going to skip in the dirt for ball 1. Good coverage by the East Boston catcher there. If that got away from him, it is a short backstop here at East Boston Memorial, so it would have been a dangerous play for Sawada to take off on, but it would have been a possibility. The 1-2 pitch. And that one also drops in the dirt, blocked again well by the catcher. And that's going to be ball 2. He's trying to fool him with these low dipping curves, but Liu is not biting on them so far. 2-2 the count. Chases him high, and he does not bite. Ball 3. I do like the strategy from number 7, even if it didn't get a bite. You know, give him these off-speed curves low, and then try and get him to chase with the high heat. Good strategy, just good plate patience by Liu. Payoff pitch. Makes contact and sends it foul up the third base side. Liu continues to battle with a full count here. Huge gusts of wind here at East Boston Memorial. Runner at third, 1 down, full count. Liu makes contact. This one's going to be a grounder over to short, fielded by the shortstop, thrown to first, and he's going to be out, but he's going to bring Sawada home. Back-to-back 6-3 groundouts make it 2 outs in the inning, but they do make it 1-0 Brookline, getting it done the small ball way. It may not be the prettiest of highlights, but it gets the run home. Now at the plate with a 1-0 count after that pitch, it is the left fielder, number 54, Ryan Kravitz. Swing and a miss there for strike 1. Kravitz, a nice familiar face to see for the Brookline fans. He sprung out the summer like a cannon in his first few games, has not been at the past few games for Brookline, as he takes strike 2 on a nice curveball there. But even having missed multiple games this summer, he still leads the team in RBI with 9. Swings, hits a grounder over to second, fielded on his knees, stands up, throws, and gets him in time. So 3 groundouts in a row end the inning for Brookline, but with some good base running, they do manage to get a run on the board. The score heading into the bottom of the first, Brookline 1, East Boston 0. I'm just going to take this moment. I might not say anything for a bit, but I'm just going to take this moment and finish putting in the Brookline lineup as it was given to me. Okay, I have finished entering the Brookline lineup for East Boston. I'm going to have to just give jersey numbers. I couldn't really read the lineup card that was given to me, and it didn't have jersey numbers or positions, so it would have been a task anyway, even with the names. But for now, I can give the Brookline lineup. I'm going to give it real quick. Leading off, as you saw, the extra hitter, number 5, Keenan Sawada. Batting second, the right fielder, number 1, Andrew Silverman. Batting third, the first baseman, number 12, Justin Liu. Cleanup, the left fielder, number 54, Ryan Kravitz. Fifth, the center fielder, number 10, Brage Golding. Sixth, the shortstop, number 21, Owen Hoffman. As the first pitch at the bottom of the first is low for ball 1. After Hoffman in the 6th spot is Mayfield-Sheehan, number 7, the second baseman. As here comes the 1-0 pitch, and it's a hard swing deep to left. Kravitz on his horse. He's not going to get it. That's going to go all the way to the wall out in left center. Number 4 for East Boston is going to try for 3. And with the deep outfield in East Boston, he is going to get a leadoff triple. The triple to left center. As I round out the Brookline lineup, batting 8th, third base, number 2, Charlie Engelman. 9th, the pitcher, number 6, Jack Martell. And 10th, the catcher, number 17, Avery Melton. So Martell stepping back onto the mound now with a runner on third and nobody out. And the first pitch, he curves in there for strike 1. And this one is fouled off for strike 2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Good way to get the first out as number 5 goes down on strikes. Can't quite see the jersey number of who's up here, but it's 1 out and a runner at third. First pitch, hard grounder, gets past Engelman and into left field. This is going to bring the runner home. East Boston has tied the game on the RBI single by number 8. So runner at first, 1 down, and the ball game now tied at 1 apiece. First pitch is going to come in high for ball 1. 2 hard hit balls here in the bottom of the first have put East Boston on the board. Swing and a miss there. Pickoff attempt is not going to be in time. Number 8 dives back safely. An aggressive throw by Avery Melton, almost off the mark there. Good recovery by Liu at first. And a pickoff attempt, as again, number 8 gets back safely. Now the pitch comes in low, well blocked by Melton, but that is going to be ball 2. Two and one the count. Runner takes off. Batter swings, skies it into center field. Golding under it, and he makes the catch, and the runner has to retreat. So the pitcher, number 7, flies out for out number 2. So now 2 down and a runner at first, and up comes number 1. Runner takes off again. Pitch misses outside for a ball. Throw down to second is not going to be in time, and it got away from Hoffman at short. Successful steal for number 8. One and 0 the count. That pitch catches the inside corner, strike 1. Go ahead run in scoring position at second base with 2 down here in the bottom of the first. That one misses outside, ball 2. Gets him on that one, strike 2. Number 1 thought about swinging there, but decided against it, and it ended up dropping in the zone. 2 and 2 the count. That one skips away from Melton, and number 8 is going to take third on the wild pitch. That will be a full count now to number 1. And he gets jammed on that one, hits a grounder right back to Martel, underhands to first, and that's going to be out number 3. Attacking the high inside corner, risking the walk on that one, but forces the swing and gets out of the inning without any further damage. After 1 inning, we are all squared here at East Boston Memorial Park. The score: Brookline 1, East Boston 1. Due up for Brookline is going to be the 5, 6, 7 hitters, Golding, Hoffman, and Sheehan. We had a bit of a rushed intro there at the beginning, so once again, let me just say hello and thank you for tuning in to today's live stream of this Lou Tompkins All-Star League 18 and under summer baseball contest. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, coming to you live from East Boston Memorial Park in Boston, Massachusetts. Remember, as always, if you like the video, if you enjoy the broadcast, be sure to hit that like button. And remember, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. You know, Monday's game against Waltham was postponed. I'm not sure what day it was rescheduled for, but I imagine it's probably going to be some day this week. And then, of course, on Thursday, Brookline is going to be hosting Medford, aiming for some revenge after their walk-off loss in Medford on opening day. So be sure to stay tuned for those upcoming games and many more. Subscribing to the channel can help with that. And, of course, as I always say, I encourage you to participate in the live chat. Whether there's any information you think I should know, any technical difficulties you're noticing with the stream, any player names I'm getting wrong, anything like that. Or if you just want to shout out your favorite team or player, or if you just want to let me know where you're tuning in from. Any of those reasons are good reasons to participate in the live chat, and I highly encourage it. But for now, we're going to start the top of the second inning. Number 7 back on the mound for East Boston. And leading off for Brookline is going to be the center fielder, number 10, Brage Golding. Golding coming into this game batting 6 for 18 with 2 doubles, 2 walks, a hit by pitch, 3 steals, 5 runs scored, and 5 RBI. Shows bunt and fouls it off the backstop for strike 1. Going for a bunt is very interesting here at East Boston because it's a turf field here. So the ball is going to travel a lot faster and a lot farther, which can be tough when you're going for a bunt single. Swing and foul tip for strike 2. Golding 2 years ago, almost the hero right at this very park at East Boston Memorial at the league championship 2 years ago in 2020. He produced Brookline's only run in what turned out to be a 4-1 loss to Medford as he got an RBI triple in that one. Now back here facing an 0-2 count. Reaches out, hits a liner just past the glove of the shortstop and into center field. A clean leadoff single for Golding. So one thing I really love about Golding's game is, like, he can get some pop on the ball. He can really make it fly, but a lot of times he can just reach out because he's got those long arms, and he can just go for a bloop single. Just like that, as Owen Hoffman launches the first pitch he sees right into center field. Back-to-back singles for Brookline. I didn't even get a chance to announce the young man's name. The shortstop, number 21, Owen Hoffman, only needs to see one pitch to get himself on base, and it's very quickly first and second for Brookline. Now batting, the second baseman, number 7, Mayfield-Sheehan. Number 7 steps off the rubber. Sheehan so far this season 2 for 9 with a walk, a run scored, and an RBI. As he took a bit of a timeout there for himself. Now both batter and pitcher stepping in. First and second, nobody out. Pitch, and it gets away from the catcher. The runners take off. Personally, I'd score that one a passed ball. That's one of those I'll have to go back and look. But either way, it's a 1-0 count to Sheehan. Now 2 runners in scoring position as this one misses for ball 2. Golding at third, Hoffman at second. And Sheehan fouls one up the first base side for strike 1. Two and one the count. Anything but a strikeout or a pop-up is likely to bring in a run in this scenario. As Sheehan hits a popper right at the shortstop, just barely. Hoffman dives back to second. Heads up running there as number 8 almost made a huge heads-up double play. Instead, that's going to be the first out of the inning. Now at the plate, the third baseman, number 2, Charlie Engelman. First pitch is in the dirt, well caught by the catcher, and that's going to be ball 1. And that pitch, he launches through the left gap. That's going to be at least one run in. Golding trots home easily. Hoffman holds at third. Engelman gives Brookline back the lead with an RBI single. Following up the RBI double to the wall that he had last week in Reading, Engelman on a nice run of hitting here as he gives Brookline the lead. Golding comes in to score. Hoffman down to third. Runners at the corners now with one out for the pitcher, number 6, Jack Martell. Engelman taking a big lead as that one misses outside for ball 1. In a situation like this, you really do have to watch out for the potential of the double steal. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Engelman take off for second. The only question is, how does the defense respond? As this one comes in the dirt for ball 2. The other thing you can do is just have that threat of the steal be in the pitcher's head for the entire at-bat if you want. Martell is a hitter that does have some pop in his bat. He, doesn't get on base as much, but we know he can send one out to the outfield very easily if they want to go for a sac fly here. And that one is also going to miss. It's going to be a 3-0 count. One more ball, and it's, not even going to matter. He won't have to put anything in play. He'll simply load the bases. As that one is in there for strike 1. Martell was taking all the way on that one. Big gust of wind blowing my camera over. Three-one pitch. Here goes Engelman, and it's in the dirt, and that's ball 4. So Martell gets the free pass. The bases are now loaded, but one out. A force everywhere with the potential for an inning-ending double play. And up to the plate for Brookline comes the catcher, number 17, Avery Melton. Melton has only appeared in 2 other games this season. He's currently 2 for 5. And I believe he has 1 run scored to his name outside of that. As the first pitch is in there, for strike 1. This ump is very late signals on the strikes. That's all right. 0-1 pitch. And that one is going to miss for ball 1. 1-1, the count to Melton. Hoffman at third, Engelman at second, Martell at first. They go for the pickoff! Oh, they just barely don't get him. That was close. The East Boston players thought they had him, and, safer out, I wouldn't have really blamed the umpire on the call there. That was a very close, good pickoff move by number 7. Now the 1-1 pitch. Curves in nicely for strike 2. 1-2 the count. Bases loaded. 1 down. Reaches out, hits a dribbler, over to first. Barehanded, he throws over the catcher's head, and a run comes in. Everyone reaches safely on the E3. I like the idea to go for home on that one, prevent the run. Probably not getting a double play there, but just throw wasn't where it needed to be. And so now bases still loaded, 1 out, and up to the plate, the extra hitter, number 5, Keenan Sawada. First pitch, and he launches it out to center. It's going to be caught in center field. Engelman's going to tag, take off for home. They're going to try and pick off Martell at second. They're not going to get him. Engelman is going to come in to score on the sac fly by Sawada. So it's a 4-1 Brookline lead. Now 2 down. And with runners still at first and second, up comes the right fielder, number 1, Andrew Silverman. First pitch misses high, ball 1. Silverman, his last time up, he grounded out to short. This one he chops high. Looks like it might stay in play. No, it isn't. It just floats out of play down the first base side, and Silverman is going to be safe with strike 1. The wind might have caught that one. One and one. Martell at second, Melton at first. This pitch almost hits Silverman, but it's just going to be ball 2. Silverman hits a dribbler here over to second, fielded cleanly, and thrown to first for out number 3. Brookline leaves 2 runners stranded, but they do put a nice 3-run rally together to take back the lead and give themselves a bit of a cushion. As we head to the bottom of the second, the score, Brookline 4, East Boston 1. And it really does show, you know, Brookline's ability to manufacture runs the way that they do. You know, because, I mean, in high school ball, you're not always going to get a whole bunch of RBI blasts to the outfield, not necessarily an RBI double or a home run over the fence. Probably not that likely. I mean, the way the runs have scored for Brookline so far, we've got an RBI ground out that was aided by a throwing error that put the runner at third. Then we've got an RBI single. We've got an RBI reach on a fielder's choice. That would, not an RBI, I should say, a grounder that resulted in another throwing error at home that allowed the run to score. Then we've got a sac fly. So Brookline's got 4 runs with no extra base hits and only 1 base hit that actually drove in a run. Only 1 RBI hit so far for the team today, but they've got 4 runs. You know, it doesn't have to be pretty. You know, as long as you're getting your job done, that's all that matters. Jack Martell back on the mound. Gave up a couple of hard hits last inning that brought in a run, but settled down nicely to get the last outs of the inning. So far this season, coming into this game, Martell had appeared in 3 pitching outings, 2 of them starts. Had a 1-1 record with a blown save, had pitched 10 2/3 innings. He's given up 11 runs, but only 3 of them earned, as the first pitch of this inning comes in high for ball 1. So 11 runs, 3 of them earned on 11 hits, 10 walks, a hit by pitch, and 14 strikeouts. Swing and a miss there for strike 1. And that one's in there for strike 2. That one is going to skip in the dirt for ball 2. That one just misses, does not curve in. That's going to be ball 3. Tried to jam him inside there, but he wouldn't bite. We got a full count. And this one is skied high, staying in the infield. Hoffman under it, and he's got it for out number 1. Number 27 pops out to short to start the 2nd inning. This pitch in there, catches the high corner for strike 1. As that one is going to miss low for ball 1. That one's outside, ball 2. And this one's a hard grounder, sliding grab by Engelman, and he cannot pick the ball up in time. I'd score that one an infield single for number 9. It was a good effort by Engelman, and maybe if everything had gone perfectly, he might have been able to get him. But when everything needs to go perfectly and it doesn't, I feel like you got to give the guy the infield hit. Runner at first, one down. First pitch swung on and missed by number 17. That's going to be strike 1. This one's going to miss outside, ball 1. Number 9 leading off from first. And a check swing foul off the backstop by number 17 for strike 2. This pitch is going to come in well high. Melton goes for the pickoff throw. Ball 2. You know, whenever you see a pitch come in high like that, you always wonder, you know, if they're trying to get the batter to chase or if they're trying to put the catcher in position to throw a guy out or if the pitcher just missed his spot. All perfectly plausible possibilities at this level, as that one is going to be strike 3. Two down now as Martel collects his 2nd strikeout of the day. First one in there, strike 1, I believe. First base coach is kind of blocking my view of the ump, so it's a little bit hard to tell. Number 9 still at first. And that's another strike. I believe the count is 0-2. 2 down, runner at first. That one comes in high. Batter almost bit on it, but not quite. Good checking of the swing. That one almost hits him, but instead it's going to be ball 2 to number 2. This pitch in the dirt, ball 3. Number 2 has battled his way back from an 0-2 count to a full count. Runner taking off, and that one bounces off the glove of Martell. Barehand throw over the first baseman's head. Number 9 is going to take off for third. And that's going to put runners at the corners. Can't really call that one an error. I would call that one an infield single. But I will say number 9 advanced to third on the E4. First and third now with 2 down. First pitch misses, ball 1. This one golfed to the outfield. Is it going to drop? No, it isn't. Caught by Golding in center field for out number 3. Martell gets out of the jam with no score. And after 2 innings, Brookline holding a 4-1 lead over East Boston. You can see the harsh sunlight coming in as the sun gets ready to set here in the evening. It's a later start than usual here with a 6:30 start time in East Boston. They do have lights here, so we might be playing a little bit of baseball under the lights. Later on in this game. But for right now, still playing by the light of the sun. Due up for Brookline in the top of the second will be the 3, 4, 5 hitters, Lou, Kravitz, and Golding. Number 7 back on the mound for East Boston. He's given up 4 runs so far. But I do believe that, yes, only 1 of them has been earned so far. 3 of Brookline's runs have been scored with the aid of errors. Leading off now for Brookline, the first baseman, number 12, Justin Liu. First pitch misses, ball 1. Last time up, Liu got an RBI ground out to short. And now that one sails over the catcher's head for ball 2. So Liu keeps up his average of 1 RBI per game so far. This is his 5th game, and that was his 5th RBI as he swings and misses at that one for strike one. Lou reaches out and slices that one. That's going to be strike two. Delayed swing from Lou. Pops it out to left. Left fielder chasing. No, he could not catch it, and it bounces away from him. He's chasing it down as Lou trots down to second with a leadoff double. His fourth double of the summer. Leads the team in extra base hits. And now coming up is the team leader in RBI. The left fielder, number 54, Ryan Kravitz. Kravitz, coming into this game, he had only played in 5 of the team's 8 games so far. He'd missed the last 3, and he had 9 RBI through those 5 games. Turnaround throw back to second, and Lou goes back safely. As this one skips in the dirt for ball one. As that one's in there for strike one, a 1-1 count to Kravitz. Swing and a miss, strike two. Some good cuts, just not getting him on the ball. Number 7 has shown some good movement with his pitches so far today. This one comes in low for ball two. You know, Kravitz, one of the shorter players, and he takes advantage of his small strike zone to draw walks very well. But that crouch move can almost backfire on him when the pitch comes in low. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike three. Number 7 gets the first out of the inning. Still a runner on second, but now 1 out. And up comes the center fielder, number 10, Brage Golding. This one's going to miss outside for ball one. Golding, his last time up, he got some good reach contact for a bloop single to center, and then later came in to score. He's showing bunt this time. Again, on a turf field, that's a bit of a risk, so he might be pulling back for a swing. He is pulling back as that pitch is in there for strike one. I mean, Golding is one of the fastest guys out there, and he can reach on bunt singles pretty routinely. But again, on a turf field, that's just so much harder. He's going for it anyway, and he fouls it off. He was trying to go for a bit of a pop bunt there. I think he might have been trying to undercut that one so that it wouldn't roll as far. But that's, again, that's just really hard to do on turf. 1-2 pitch. And Golding pops this one foul and out of play. So Golding stays alive at 1-2. Justin Liu at second. 1 out here in the top of the third. Brookline holding a 4-1 advantage over East Boston. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for number 7. And now Brookline's last hope for a run in this inning is the shortstop, number 21, Owen Hoffman. Last time up, he sent the first pitch he saw out to center for a clean single, and then later came in to score on a throwing error. First pitch swing again, sends it out to right center, and the center fielder's got it. A nice chase down by number 1 out in right center, and that is going to end the third inning. Brookline leads off the inning with a double. Seems like they might be putting something together, but number 7 stepped up big for East Boston there. Back-to-back strikeouts and a flyout. Brookline ends the top of the third with no score. They still lead East Boston going into the bottom of the third. 4-1 the score. Jack Martell back on the mound for his third inning of work. First pitch, and it's skied out to right. Silverman on his horse, and he's got the grab for out number 1 as number 5 flies out. So the one who ended the previous inning with a fly out to center was the leadoff hitter, number 4. So now batting is the shortstop, number 8. And he gets hit. First pitch he sees, and he gets a free pass. Now, of course, number 8 was the one who got the RBI single down the third base line that drove in number 4 back in the bottom of the first. Now he's back on the base paths, and last time he was on the bases, he got all the way to third on a stolen base and a wild pitch, as this pitch comes in low for ball 1. At the plate for East Boston is the pitcher, number 7. Swing and a miss on that one for strike 1. His last time up, number 7 flew out to center field. A quick pickoff throw. Almost got him, but not quite. Throw kind of skipped in the turf and made it a slightly slower tag move for Lou, which I think allowed 8 to dive back safely. This pitch coming in low for ball 2. And now they tricked him again. It's picked up by Lou, thrown to second, and they got the tag. Number 8 caught between the bags. A nice pickoff move by Martell. A good scoop off the turf by Lou so he could make the throw to second, and Sawada could make the tag. Oops, don't reset the count. As that's a swing and a miss. I believe that is strike 2. I believe the count is 2-2. Such a reflex to reset the count after an out that sometimes you forget, oh wait, the at-bat keeps going. Oh no. So I believe the count is 2-2. I hope I didn't mess that up. And that's going to be strike 3. It got away from Melton, but he picks it back up and throws it to first for out number 3. We are flying through this game. We're already 3 innings in. The score through 3. Brookline 4, East Boston 1. Due up for Brookline in the top of the 4th will be the 7, 8, 9 hitters Sheehan, Engelman, and Martell. All right, here we go. Top of the 4th inning. Number 7 back on the mound for East Boston. Leading off for Brookline, the second baseman, number 7, Caden Sheehan. First pitch, that looked like a curveball that just hung in the air and refused to drop. That's going to be ball 1. And that one's going to miss for ball 2. Sheehan, his last time up, he popped out to short. This one in the dirt. A hitter's count for Sheehan at 3-0. Brookline's had a leadoff hitter reach base in every single inning so far today. And Sheehan now just 1 ball away from making that 4 straight innings. Not on that pitch, though. That's in there for strike 1. And that one catches the high corner, strike 2. And Sheehan fouls this one off to stay alive. Number 7 trying to battle back from the 3-0 count. He's now got it full. That one just misses. Ball 4. Fourth straight inning with a leadoff base runner for Brookline as Sheehan takes the free pass to first. Now coming up, the third baseman, number 2, Charlie Engelman. His last time up, he got an RBI single through the left gap and later scored on a sac fly as they try and pick off Sheehan, but he dives back safely. This one comes in high, and they go for another pickoff move. Sheehan gets back safely again, and that's going to be ball 1. This one is going to be sliced foul by Engelman for strike 1. That one curves inside and high for ball 2. 2-1 the count. And that one is tipped, and that's going to be strike 2. 2-2, the count to Engelman. The ump was checking something. Sheehan leads off from first, 2-2 the count. Quick throw back to first, check on Sheehan, and he dives back safe. Sheehan takes off, and this one skips in the turf, and that's going to be an easy steal for Caden Sheehan as Engelman now gets a full count at 3-2. And that skips in the turf, I should say. Normal phrase, I usually say skip in the dirt, but either way, ball 4. Back-to-back walks for Brookline. Put runners at first and second, and we're going to have a visit at the mound, as coming up for Brookline will be their pitcher, number 6, Jack Martell. Now Martell, his last time up, he drew a walk. He advanced to second, but was left at second at the end of Brookline's 3-inning rally in the second inning. Looks like East Boston is going to stick with their pitcher. Just taking a moment to settle him down. And I can kind of understand that, you know, when you've got the bottom half of the lineup up and you start with back-to-back walks, you know, that's a good time for a coach to come out and just say, hey, you got this. Throw strikes. Martell coming up to the plate. The sun's starting to set behind the trees. Martell shows bunt. Lays down the bunt. Picked up by the pitcher, thrown to first. It does not catch, and a runner is going to come in on the error. Martell is sprinting down to second, and they're going to let him get there. Run number 5 comes home for Brookline. Sheehan comes in to score, and now at the plate, the catcher, number 17, Avery Melton. First pitch to Melton is high for ball 1. That one inside, ball 2. So another run comes in on an error for Brookline. As again, all but one of their runs so far today have scored with the aid of a fielding error. This one is lifted by Melton into right. Number 9 is under it. No, he's not. He underestimated or overestimated. Either way, that's an RBI single for Avery Melton. And that one I think you can blame on the sun, as Engelman comes in to score for the second time today. Right fielder immediately started charging back as if that ball was going to carry, and I don't know if the wind caught it or if he just missaw it because of the sun, but it dropped right in front of him as he tried to correct and charge in, but could not correct in time, and so that will drop for an RBI single. At the plate now is the extra hitter, number 5, Keenan Sawada. Melton takes off for second, and they're not even going to try on that one. They're just going to let him take it as Sawada takes ball 2. Martell at third, Melton at second. No outs here in the 4th. Sawada hits a grounder, fielded at short, holds the runners, and throws to first for out number 1. Good fielding fundamentals there by number 8. He knew he had time to give the runners a look and hold them where they were, and he did so. 1 out, now up to the plate, the right fielder, number 1, Andrew Silverman. That one catches the inside corner for strike 1. Silverman 0 for 2 so far today with a pair of groundouts. With runners at second and third, he's hoping to do something a little bigger here. As that one skips in the turf, Martell thought about it and decided to go back to third. And, you know, I like the decision not to go there. You know, I said it earlier today, that's a short gap between home plate and the backstop here at East Boston Memorial. It doesn't make it really that much of a gimme when a wild pitch happens. Silverman checks his swing, and that's going to be ball 2. Timeout called. Second and third, 1 out, 2-1, the count to Silverman. Hard crack of the bat there. That's through the gap. 2 runs are going to come in. Martell comes in easily. Melton around third. He's racing home. Comes in to score. Silverman down to second on the throw with a 2-run single. Silverman again hits it on the ground, but this time hard enough and in the perfect spot as he brings in both Martell and Melton. Now at the plate, the first baseman, number 12, Justin Liu. As that one's going to skip away, Silverman is going to take third on the wild pitch. Two and 0 the count to Lou. 8-1 now the Brookline lead. Lou hits a blooper, but right at the shortstop, and that's going to be out number 2. Two down, runner at third. And now we've got a pinch hitter coming up to the plate. Now batting in place of Ryan Kravitz will be number 25, Rocky Van Koski. And he chases the first pitch in the dirt for strike 1. Van Koski, another guy who's missed a couple games but has shown some pop in his bat. He is 5 for 15 with the team's only triple, a hit by pitch, 2 steals, 4 runs, and 3 RBI. And this one skips away. Silverman racing to the plate, and he slides under the tag. Silverman scores on the wild pitch. And it's now a 1-1 count to Van Koski, with the bases now empty and 2 down. Big swing and a miss there for Van Koski, and that's going to be strike 2. And that one in there for strike 3. Van Koski goes down looking, but not before Brookline able to more than double their run output. The score as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Brookline 9, East Boston 1. And again, it just displays Brookline's ability to manufacture runs. You know, only 2 runs coming in on base hits in that inning. As we've got a couple of defensive replacements for Brookline. Number 27, Ben Rosenblatt, taking the spot in right field, while Silverman moves from right to center, and Kravitz staying in the game in left. All this after Van Koski pinch hit for Kravitz. So that might have just been a one-time pinch hit for Van Koski, and Rosenblatt might be hitting for Golding leading off the next inning. But for right now, we're still in the 4th inning. And now batting is the center fielder, number 1. 4th inning of work now for Martell. If he finishes this one, then as the starter, he qualifies for the win. First pitch, I believe that missed for ball 1. That one also misses for ball 2. Number 1, his last time up, grounded out to the pitcher to end the 1st inning. And there's a check swing grounder, and that's going to go foul up the third base line for strike one. So just like number one's last plate appearance, Martell trying to jam him inside here. As that one is going to find the zone for strike two. A very sensible strategy attacking the inside corners when you're a righty pitcher going up against a lefty hitter. As this one dips low for ball three. Full count now to number one. And he skies this one into shallow center. And it's going to be caught by Silverman for out number one. Wind carried that one a bit at the end, but well tracked by Silverman for out number one. Now at the plate, the second baseman, number 27. First pitch, he hits a grounder down the third base line and foul. Last time, number 27 led off the second inning with a pop out to the shortstop. As this one misses low and away, ball one. And that one hit him. A hit by pitch for number 27 gives him a free pass to first. The second hit by pitch of this outing for Martell. And now coming up is going to be the right fielder, number 9. Last time up, number 9 got an infield single to third, and later would advance all the way to third, but be left stranded. That one comes in high, ball one. That one misses outside, ball two. That one low for ball three. That one must have been a strike. Again, first base coach sort of blocking my view of the ump. Without his signals, can be kind of hard to tell. 3-1 the count. And that's ball four. Back-to-back free passes for East Boston. And now we're going to have a meeting at the mound with Martell Melton and head coach John Busey. And again, same kind of thing we saw a couple innings ago between number 7 and the East Boston coach. You know, you give up a couple free passes like that, sometimes you just got to go out to your pitcher and just be like, hey, settle down, recenter yourself, get back to throwing strikes. Now coming to the plate is the first baseman, number 17. Number 9 at first, number 27 at second. And that one catches the corner, I believe. I think that I heard a strike call there again. Hard to tell, but I believe it's an 0-1 count. And that's strike two. So a quick 0-2 count to number 17. as the stadium lights have now been turned on here at East Boston Memorial with the sun disappearing behind the trees out in left field. And already you can see the dividends being paid by that meeting with the coach, as Martell quickly throws 2 strikes right out of that mound meeting. And this one, he hits a chopper. It's juggled by Engelman. He picks it up and makes the tag on the advance runner. Good recovery there of what was almost a clean reach on error. Instead is going to be a fielder's choice at third. So 2 down now. Runners at first and second. Now up the third baseman, number 2. First pitch is going to miss outside, ball 1. That one in there for strike 1. Number 2, his last time up, he got an infield single that bounced off of Martell's glove, as that one is going to miss outside for ball 2. You can see we got some action going in the Brookline pen. That's number 10, Brage Golding, as that one is going to be strike 2. Wait, what? That was weird. Apologies for that. 2-2 pitch. And that's going to skip low. That's going to get away from the catcher, but nobody's going to go. So a full count. To number 2, with 2 runners on and 2 down. Payoff pitch is in there, strike 3. Again, Martell gets out of the jam. He officially qualifies for the win on the mound with that one, as we are now through 4 innings here at East Boston Memorial Park. The score, Brookline 9, East Boston 1. And at this time, at this 4th intermission, I'd like to take a moment for a local charity spotlight and talk to you about the Brookline Food Pantry. The Brookline Food Pantry provides groceries to Brookline residents in need of food assistance. The pantry saw a huge increase in demand for food assistance at the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, and that number, unfortunately, has not gone back down. Since March of 2020, the food pantry has served an average of 650 to 700 households each week, more than 4 times the rate of families served pre-COVID. Brookline Food Pantry is fighting the good fight to end hunger in our community, and they are always looking for more people willing to lend a hand, whether that be through monetary donations, direct food donations, or volunteers in the pantry. Food donations can be made at United Parish Church at 210 Harvard Street in Brookline on Wednesdays from 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. and on Fridays from 9:30 a.m. to noon. Visit brooklinefoodpantry.org or call 617-800-5339 for more information about how you can help feed your community. Once again, that's brooklinefoodpantry.org or call 617-800-5339. And remember, as always, you can find that information about the Brookline Food Pantry, our local charity spotlight, down in the description section of the video. It'll have the URL to their website and their phone number, so you can contact them to find out more about how you can help. And of course, you can very easily go onto the website, donate money, find out the hours where you can go to United Parish and donate food, or ways that you can volunteer in the pantry. All that can be found at their website, and the website can be found down in the description section below. We've got a new pitcher on the mound here in the 5th inning for East Boston. This is number 4. And we're going to have a pinch hitter coming up for Brookline. As I predicted, in place of Brage Golding is going to be number 27, Ben Rosenblatt. I believe defensively, East Boston has just made a clean switch. Number 4 has taken number 7's spot on the mound, and number 7 has taken number 4's spot out in left field. So due up for Brookline is going to be the pinch hitter Rosenblatt, and then following him should be Hoffman and Sheehan. Now leading off for Brookline is number 27, Ben Rosenblatt, as he takes strike 1. Rosenblatt so far this summer 0 for 8 as he takes ball 1 there. He does have 3 walks and 1 run scored so far this season. Swings and misses there for strike 2. And that pitch is going to be low for 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Rosenblatt goes down on strikes to lead off the inning. Now coming up to the plate, the shortstop, number 21, Owen Hoffman. First pitch misses. Catches the zone for strike 1. Next one is high for ball 1. That one skips away for ball 2. I'm just going to take a second to say, if there are any fans or players that are disappointed that Rosenblatt hasn't got his first hit of the summer yet, all I'll say is this: these guys are still growing. There are times some of the best hitters on the team right now, I remember a summer or 2 ago, couldn't struggle to get on base themselves. It was just 2 summers ago that Brage Golding took like about a dozen plate appearances before he got his first base hit of the summer, and now he's one of Brookline's best hitters. So don't be discouraged. Keep on stepping up there. That's all I'll say. Very simple message. Full count now to Hoffman, with 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Hoffman 1 for 2 today with a run scored. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Lost his footing. He took such a big swing there. And he goes down on strikes. So back-to-back strikeouts for number 4. A strong start to his relief outing. And now coming to the plate, the second baseman, number 7, Mayfield-Sheehan. First pitch comes in high, ball 1. That one's going to be low for ball 2. Sheehan, his last time up, drew a walk, stole second, and later came in to score on a throwing error. Fouls this one off for strike 1. So Sheehan 0 for 1 with a walk, a steal, and a run. Now facing a 2-1 count with 2 down. And this one's going to skip in low for ball 3. And that's going to be ball 4. Sheehan drawing his second free pass of the day. And the 2-out walk puts a runner on for the third baseman, number 2, Charlie Engelman. Engelman having a fruitful day so far today. He is 1 for 1 with a walk, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. Now at the plate with 2 down and a runner at first. First pitch, and he's going to pop that one high. That's going to stay in play. First baseman's under it, and he's got the catch for out number 3. So number 4 comes in and does his job in the top of the 5th inning. Brookline with no score, but they remain on top with a 9-1 lead. Now we'll see if we get a new pitcher for Brookline here in the bottom half of the inning. So far, all the defensive spots looking the same. No changes to the infield. And it's going to be Andrew Silverman taking over on the mound for Martell. And as a result, Martell is going to be the defensive replacement at short for Hoffman. And so Hoffman is going to go out to left field, and I believe they have moved Kravitz over to center. So for those of you trying to keep track with your programs at home, that is Silverman to pitcher, Martell to short, Hoffman to left, and Kravitz to center. Silverman, so far this season, he's made three other pitching appearances, one of them a start. He's pitched 10 2/3 innings. He's given up 5 runs, 4 of them earned on 7 hits and 7 walks, with the team leading 17 strikeouts. And he is going to be facing the top of the East Boston lineup, numbers 4, 5, and 8. So first to the plate, the relief pitcher, number 4. And the first pitch is in there for strike 1. Those of you who have seen Silverman before, you know his pitching strategy. It's just gas, gas, gas. All fastballs. That time he draws a grounder, well fielded by Engelman at third, and well thrown to first for out number 1. Good college try there from number 4 on the dive to first base, but not in time. Simple 5-3 ground out to start the inning. Now coming up to the plate is number 5. This one in the dirt for ball 1. And a hard crack of the bat out to left. Hoffman on his horse. He's not going to catch up to it. This is going to go for extra bases. Number 5 all the way to second, and he's going to hold at second as they manage to get the ball back into the infield, and it's going to be a 1-out double to left for number 5. Second extra base hit of the day for East Boston, the first since the leadoff triple by number 4. And now at the plate is the shortstop, number 8. First pitch comes in high for ball 1. Number 8, of course, he has the team's only RBI, having got the RBI single down the third base line back in the first inning. As that one is in there for strike 1. And this one's a little dribbler foul up the third base line for strike 2. And fouled off, number 8 stays alive. 1 down, runner at second. East Boston trailing Brookline 9-1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And this one, he hits another dribbler up the third base line, again foul, as number 8 continues to battle. This one in the dirt, well blocked by Melton, and the runner holds. Sun starting to dip below the horizon. We got some beautiful orangish colors out in the clouds in left field as this one misses for ball 3. But of course, our focus is right here on the field of play. Full count, 1 out. And it's fouled off. Number 8 just refusing to go down. And that one comes in high for ball 4. Number 8 battles his way to his second free pass of the game. He is now 1 for 1 with a walk, a hit by pitch, and an RBI. Now coming to the plate, the left fielder, number 7. First and second, 1 down. Catches him chasing low for strike 1. That one's going to miss outside for ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And that pitch is going to be low for ball 2. Swing and a miss. Caught him chasing on the curve. Strike 3. Big second out get for Silverman. Now coming up to the plate, the center fielder, number 1. Number 5 at second, number 8 at first. First pitch is going to be skied, foul and out of play. An attempted pickoff at second, but number 5 dives back. Curves in nicely, strike 2. And he chases a little high on this one and skies it into the infield. Silverman himself under it for out number 3. That's the end of the 5th inning. Through 5, the score remains Brookline 9, East Boston 1. We head into the top of the 6th. And due up is going to be Martell, Melton, and Sawada. You can hear the wind gusting through once again here at East Boston Memorial, though maybe you won't hear the wind too much. If so, that's a good thing. Means my mic is doing its job. And we've got another new pitcher for East Boston. This is going to be number 17. Number 9 is going to go to first to take the place of number 17. And number 4, who pitched last inning, is going to go out to right. Come up to me after the game is over. I'll show you where you can find it. Leading off now for Brookline, the shortstop, number 6, Jack Martell. First pitch comes in low for ball 1. Last time up, Martell attempted a sacrifice bunt to move the runners, ended up reaching safely due to a throwing error that also allowed a run to score. This one he slices. Shallow right center, a few fielders coming in, and it gets past the glove of the center fielder. Martell stretching it out to second. So with a leadoff runner on second, now coming up is the catcher, number 17, Avery Melton. First pitch is going to miss, ball one. And reaches low and fouls it off for strike one. Melton, his last time up, he got an RBI single to right, stole second, and later came in to score. Before that, he reached on a fielder's choice that resulted in a run scoring on a throwing error. Now up with a runner on second and nobody out. This one is going to miss outside, ball two. Reaches out and fouls this one off for strike two. This one's going to skip in the dirt, well covered by the catcher again. And that's going to be ball three. So a full count now to Melton. And now we've got the street lights coming on out here in the park. And a timeout called just before number 17 can start his warm-up, his wind-up, excuse me. We got baseball under the lights here in the sixth inning, and it's a full count to Melton. And he reaches out and slaps it right at the shortstop as Martell dives back to second safely. Good base running instincts by the veteran Martell. I mean, that initially looked like some good contact from Melton. And Martell must have known the shortstop was right behind him to make that grab so that he could dive back safely and prevent the double play. One out, runner at second. At the plate, the extra hitter, number 5, Keenan Sawada. First pitch high for ball one. Sawada last time up, grounded out to the shortstop. Before that, hit a sac fly to drive in a run, and then before that, drew a walk and later scored the game's first run. As that one comes in high for ball two. So Sawada just 0 for 1 so far today with a walk, a run, and an RBI. And this one, he skies it, staying in the infield, and number 9 has it in foul territory for out number 2. Now coming up to the plate, the pitcher, number 1, Andrew Silverman. Silverman 1 for 3 today. He got a 2-run single through the left gap his last time up. And he's got a runner in scoring position once again. First pitch comes in well high for ball 1. And this one also misses high for ball 2. Jack Martell leading off from second with 2 down here in the top of the 6th. And that one's going to skip in low for ball 3. And this one's going to come high, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Silverman. So now 2 down and 2 runners on. Up comes the first baseman, number 12, Justin Liu. Last time up, Liu popped out to short. First pitch, and that's a hard foul. Liu so far 1 for 3 today with a double and an RBI groundout. As this one comes high, gets away from the catcher. The runners take off. This might be close. And no, Martell gets in easily. Second and third now. Off the passed ball. One and one, the count to Liu. As this one misses high for ball 2. And that one's going to be high for ball 3. Martell at third, Silverman at second. 2 down, 3 and 1 the count. And a timeout is called. And it looks like there might be something wrong with the East Boston catcher. Oh, this could be a problem. Does he need eye drops or something? It's hard to tell from this distance. But yeah, it looks like he might have got, excuse me, might have got some dust in his eye. It has, been a rather windy day, so I can understand that being a problem. So the catcher, number 5, steps back behind the plate. And Liu steps back in with a 3-1 count. And that one in for strike 2. Full count, 2 down, second and third. Number 17 with the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. And it was dropped by the catcher. Or was it? No, it wasn't. That's just going to be strike 3. So Brookline not able to add any other runs. They leave a pair of runners stranded. But they maintain a sizable lead over East Boston. Going into the bottom of the 6th inning, the score, Brookline 9, East Boston 1. All right. Here for the bottom of the 6th inning, Silverman back on the mound for Brookline. Leading off is the second baseman, number 27. First pitch misses, ball 1. Next pitch high, ball 2. Last time up, number 27 was hit by a pitch and was later tagged out on a fielder's choice as he swings and misses at that one for strike 1. That one comes in high, ball 3. And that one's going to miss for ball 4. Number 27 with his second free pass of the day trots down to first with a leadoff walk. Now coming to the plate is the first baseman, number 9. That pitch is in there for strike 1. This one high for ball 1. Last time up, number 9 drew a walk. And before that, he had an infield single, so he's 1 for 1 so far today. As this one skips in for ball 2. And sends this one out to right center. And it's going to skip out to the outfield. Kravitz trying to chase it down and hold the runners from going any further. And it's going to be a double to right center for number 9. No runs coming to score, but now runners at second and third with nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Now coming to the plate, the pitcher, number 17. Shows bunt, and he whiffs on the bunt for strike 1. So East Boston is thinking squeeze play here. But not on that pitch, as that one comes inside for ball 1. So they were thinking squeeze play, but that might be a situation where where they try it once and then just go for full swings after that, as he fully swings at that one and misses for strike 2. And that's another hard crack of the bat out to center field. Kravitz slipped, but still got his glove on it. That's going to be a sac fly. Number 27 comes in to score. East Boston has its first run since the first inning. So now coming up to the plate, the third baseman, number 2. That one is in there for strike 1. That one also catches the corner, strike 2. That one's going to miss outside for ball 1. And that is a bit of a check swing grounder, fielded cleanly by Sheehan and thrown to first for the out. Runner advances to third, but now 2 down in the inning. As we cycle back around to the top of the order with, I believe, now the right fielder, number 4. First pitch misses low, ball 1. And he launches this one out to left, but it's going to be easily tracked by Hoffman out and left for out number 3. The biggest swings don't always win, and this game has been the textbook example of that. East Boston has had 3 extra base hits so far today. Brookline has had 0. Brookline has scored 9 runs to East Boston's 2, despite the lack of big hits. And that just goes to show it's not always about how much pop you have in your bat. I mean, it helps. It's an asset, don't get me wrong. But a team's ability to manufacture runs is what truly reigns supreme, especially at this level of baseball. You know, I know the home run ball is everything in the MLB right now, but down here at the high school level, it's all about the small ball. We've got another new pitcher for East Boston. This looks like number 1. So we'll see what other defensive changes happen, as East Boston came into this game with only 9 total players. So they had just enough to field the team today. As you can, look over here on the third base side, their bench is empty. So they had enough guys to fill out the position. So rounding out the defensive changes for East Boston, number 9 goes back to right field, and number 4 moves to center field. And number 17 goes back to first base. So due up, if I'm not mistaken, this will be Ryan Kravitz, followed by Ben Rosenblatt, and then Owen Hoffman. So Kravitz, now the center fielder, up to the plate. First pitch, hits a hard grounder, and it skips past the shortstop. That is a play he normally makes. The shortstop, number 8, he's been fielding very well today, but not on that one as Kravitz reaches on the error. Now at the plate, the right fielder, number 27, Ben Rosenblatt. That one comes in high, ball 1. Rosenblatt, last time up, he struck out. And this one he slices foul and out of play for strike 1. And that one comes in high for ball 2. And that one skips low for ball 3. And that is going to be ball 4. A free pass to first for Rosenblatt, and Brookline has 2 base runners. Now coming up is the left fielder, number 21, Owen Hoffman. First pitch high, ball 1. Hoffman, his last time up, he struck out back in the 5th inning, as that pitch catches the corner for strike 1. That pitch is going to miss outside for ball 2. Chases the high heat for strike 2. 2-2 the count. Rosenblatt at first, Kravitz at second. And he chases the high heat again, strike 3. Now coming to the plate, the second baseman, number 7, Mayfield-Sheehan. First pitch, swung on and missed, strike 1. The high heats from number 1, fooling the batters here. And that one's going to catch the low corner. And that'll be strike 2. So a quick 0-2 count to Sheehan. As this one comes in high for ball 1. That one is low for ball 2. And that one is going to skip away from the catcher. Kravitz and Rosenblatt are both going to take off. And the wild pitch is going to make it a full count. And it will put runners at second and third. Payoff pitch, and Sheehan skies this one. It's foul. Is it going to stay in play? No, it's going to sail out of play, and Sheehan will stay alive. Sheehan, his last time up, he drew a 2-out walk. Before that, he had a leadoff walk in the 4th, stole a base and scored. Payoff pitch inside, and that's a 3rd walk for Caden Sheehan. And that is going to load the bases with 1 out. Now up to the plate, the 3rd baseman, number 2, Charlie Engelman. This pitch comes in high for ball 1. Engelman has 2 runs and an RBI already today, as he takes a big swing and slices it out of play for strike 1. You know, before last week's game at Reading Black, Engelman actually had no RBI to his name, but now he's got 3 over the course of these past 2 games, as he takes another big cut and misses that one too. Sheehan at first, Rosenblatt at second, Kravitz at third. 1-2 the count. 1 down here in the top of the 7th. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 3. Big second out get for number 1. And now with the bases loaded and 2 down, number 1's going to be trying to get out of this jam with no score, as up comes the shortstop, number 6, Jack Martell. First pitch catches the inside corner for strike 1. Martell slices this one out of play, and that's going to be strike 2. A quick 0-2 count. And that one's going to miss. Ball 1. Swing and a miss. Number 1 gets back-to-back strikeouts to end the top of the 7th. He gets 3 total strikeouts, all 3 outs on strikes, as he escapes the jam and leaves the bases juiced. We head into the bottom of the 7th inning. Last frame of regulation here at East Boston Memorial Park. The score, Brookline 9, East Boston 2. And we are going to have a new pitcher for Brookline. This is going to be number 10, Brage Golding. And it looks like Silverman is going to be moved to right field for this last frame. Due up for East Boston will be the 2, 3, 4 hitters, numbers 5, 8, and 7. So Silverman finishes the day, having thrown 2 innings of relief and given up 1 earned run. If he had pitched this last inning, he would have been eligible for a save, as pitching 3 innings and finishing the game does qualify a relief pitcher for a save. But they decide to go to Golding in the bullpen. Because it's not always about the stats. You know, most important stat, of course, is the 1 in the win column. And in the case of these young guys, one of the other important things is, you know, making sure they develop properly. Making sure everyone gets a chance to play and have fun and all that. Leading off here in the bottom of the 7th for East Boston is the catcher, number 5. Takes the first pitch high for ball 1. Number 5 looks okay after he needed, I think, to put some eye drops in his eyes last inning as he takes ball 2. And he says he went around on that one. That's going to be strike 1. Hard crack of the bat. That's launched out to left. That's going to be another extra base hit for East Boston as this one goes all the way to the wall. Number 5 is coming around, heading for third. And he's going to hold with a leadoff triple, the second triple of the day for East Boston. East Boston has had some explosive hits. They've done good taking advantage of the very deep outfield that they have out here at Memorial Park. As this first pitch is in there for strike 1. At the plate is the shortstop, number 8. He's got 1 RBI hit already. And he hits a dribbler over to third, fielded by Engelman, thrown to first, and it's a wild throw. The run is going to come in, and number 8 is going to head down to second as the throw goes out of play. Now at the plate is number 7, the left fielder, as he takes ball 1 low. And that's a low ball 2. So for those of you scoring at home, that does still go down as an RBI for number 8, because even if Engelman had made the throw, that still would have just been an RBI ground out, as this is a wild pitch that's going to give number 8 third base. And it's going to give number 7 a 3-0 count. And that's going to be strike 1. Number 7 was taking all the way on that one. And swings and fouls it off as he's sort of hopping that one off. Yeah, that one sounded like it might have stung a little bit. That might have gotten the inside of the bat, you know, the part where if you hit it, it just hurts your hands. Or it might have just been fouled off his toe or something. Either way, full count. And he fouls that one off. Stays alive at 3-2. 9-3 now the score, with a potential 4th run for East Boston standing at third, with nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. And that's going to skip in for ball 4. A meeting at the mound now between Golding, Melton, and Busey, as it's been a rough start to this relief outing. A leadoff triple, a reach on error, and a walk. First and third with nobody out. Now coming up to the plate, the pitcher, number 1. First pitch in there, strike 1. And that one is low for ball 1. Hard crack of the bat. It's a grounder. Fielded at second. On to second for 1. On to first. Got the double play. The 4-6-3 double play does bring in a run as number 8 comes in to score. But it's now 2 down with the bases empty. Great turnaround by the Brookline defense. Now at the plate, after that pitch, I'm not sure if it was a ball or a strike. I couldn't see the umpire's signal, but it's the second baseman, number 27. And that one is a strike. Reaches out and swings, and that's the ball game. 3 pitches and 3 strikes for Golding. Gets him chasing that last one outside. And Brookline takes the win. The final score here at East Boston Memorial Park. Brookline 9, East Boston 4. I will give a quick recap of this game in a second, but first, once again, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you so much for tuning in to the live stream of this Lou Tompkins All-Star League ages 18 and under summer baseball contest between Brookline and East Boston here at East Boston Memorial Park. If you enjoyed the broadcast, be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all the upcoming live streams. I know at the very least there's going to be a game on Thursday back at Warren Field in Brookline, as Brookline will host Medford in a rematch of their heartbreaking season-opening loss. And I know there's going to be a makeup game against Waltham from when Monday got rained out. So stay tuned for those two and plenty more. Subscribing to the channel can help with that. If there's anything you'd like to say and the stream is already over, feel free to say it in the comment section down below. And be sure to also check out the description section down below for information about our local charity spotlight, Brookline Food Pantry. Down in the description section, you can see the URL to their website and their phone number where you can contact them or go online and find out more about how you can help feed your community. Also, check out the bottom right corner of your screen where you can see the URL to my personal website, jessesports.com. You can find out more about me, the services that I provide, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team or player. Directly below that is my email address. If you have any direct questions or anything that you just want to say to me directly, you can email me at that address. And below that is the URL to my Instagram account where I post video highlights from previous games that I've streamed. And on that note, let's take a look at the highlights from today. Recapping the action, it started off in the top of the first. Keenan Sawada drew a leadoff walk for Brookline. Advanced to second on a hit-and-run grounder, and then as East Boston tried to pull a fast one and pick off Sawada at second, the throw went into the outfield and allowed Sawada to go to third, and he would then score on an RBI ground out to short by Justin Liu to make it 1-0. In the bottom of the fourth, East Boston answered right back. a leadoff triple to left center by number 4, and then 2 batters later, a single down the third base line by number 8 brought in East Boston's first run, tied it at 1 apiece. Number 8 would make it all the way to third, but would be left stranded there. In the top of the second, Brookline got off to a hot start, back-to-back singles to center by Brage Golding and Owen Hoffman. And then 1 second, folks. Sorry about that. So back to the recap. In the top of the second, Brage Golding and Owen Hoffman started the inning with back-to-back singles to center, advanced to second and third on a passed ball, and then 2 batters later, a single through the left gap by Charlie Engelman brought in the go-ahead run for Brookline, and they would never surrender the lead the rest of the way. After a walk loaded the bases, Avery Melton grounded into what should have been a fielder's choice at home, but a throwing error by the first baseman allowed Hoffman to score and everyone reaching safely, keeping the bases loaded. Keenan Sawada followed up with a sac fly to center field to make it 4-1 Brookline at the end of the top of the second. In the bottom of the second, East Boston got runners to first and third, but no further. In the top of the third, Justin Liu led off with a double, but was left stranded as the next 3 batters went down in order. In the bottom of the third, the only base runner for East Boston was a guy who got hit by a pitch, but was then caught between first and second by a nice pickoff move by starting pitcher Jack Martell. Then in the top of the fourth, Brookline's offense really got going. A leadoff walk and steal by Mayfield-Sheehan, followed up by a walk from Charlie Engelman. An attempted sac bunt by Jack Martell resulted in a throwing error by the pitcher that allowed Martell to go to second, Engelman to go to third, and Sheehan to come all the way home for run number 5. And then 2 batters later, Andrew Silverman, no, my mistake, I'm out of order. After Martell's reach on the error, next up was Avery Melton, who hit a fly ball to right field that was kind of misjudged by the right fielder, and as a result, it dropped in front of him for an RBI single that brought in Engelman. After Melton stole second and put runners at second and third, with 1 out, Andrew Silverman came up with a 2-run single through the left gap that brought home Martell and Melton. And Silverman himself would advance to second on the throw, to third on a wild pitch, and then to home on another wild pitch to score what would be Brookline's final run, as that was run number 9. That made it 9-1 at the end of that top of the fourth inning. Bottom of the fourth, East Boston got 2 base runners, but couldn't get any further than that. They were left scoreless. Top of the fifth, Brookline got 1 base runner on a walk, but nothing further. Bottom of the fifth, East Boston got a double and a walk, but nothing further. Top of the sixth, Brookline got runners to second and third, but left them stranded. Bottom of the sixth, East Boston finally got another run on the board. A leadoff walk, followed by a double to put runners at second and third, and then a sac fly to make it 9-2. As number 17's sac fly drove in number 27 after number 9 moved him along with the double. But that would be all the runs for East Boston that inning. Top of the seventh, Brookline actually managed to load the bases with 1 out, but back-to-back strikeouts ended the inning. And then in the bottom of the seventh, number 5 led off with a triple for East Boston, then a reach on a throwing error at third, and then a walk put runners at first and second with 1 run in, as that was 9-3 at the time. And then a grounder into a 4-6-3 double play brought home East Boston's last run, but also put them down to their last out. And then Brage Golding shut the door with 1 last strikeout to end the game. And that is going to end this broadcast from East Boston Memorial Park in Boston, Massachusetts. Your final score, Brookline 9, East Boston 4. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.